guys, I'm back with another video. I was just thinking about what would have been helpful as a new FY1 on the wards. I'm out of breath, guys. I need to hit the gym. Well, not the gym because it's closed. Hit the pavement and run. This video is going to be about the apps I found useful on the wards, on call as FY1 and FY2 doctor. The first app is the British National Formulary, also known as the BNF. So the BNF is basically the pharmaceutical reference that we use in the UK for drugs, dosages, prescribing, all things medicine, in hospitals, in GP, in the community. It's a really useful resource when you're on the wards, you've never heard of this medicine before, or you can't remember what the exact dosage is, because we have to be safe. It's a very quick reference tool you can use to be able to get that dosage right, amend it as needed for weight or renal function. It's a really useful tool that I use and still use in my medical practice. So guys, get the BNF app. I can't stress it enough, and it's so useful, and should I say just more easy. It's easy to use when it's on your phone as opposed to, because they also make a book of it. So yeah, get the BNF app. The next app that I use is BMJ Best Practice. It's basically a point of care tool with evidence-based research about a whole list of conditions. So it just takes you through like a summary, treatment, diagnosis, basically everything you want to know. It hasn't got every single condition there, but it's got the most common ones and a bit more, and I found it very useful to use on the wards and as I practice. So yes, I would recommend getting it. I know not everyone uses it, but you can usually get it through your trust actually, so you can get access if you sign in, because that's how I was able to get access. So yeah, check it out, BMJ Best Practice. Another app is UpToDate. It's similar to BMJ Best Practice, but I think a bit more extensive. And as it says, it is up to date. Basically, they update it quite regularly with all the new evidence base for different conditions and treatments and management. And it's another very useful tool in your clinical practice. The next app is Induction. So this is a lifesaver actually, because it has all the extensions of everybody you want to contact when you're doing your job. So basically, as an FY1, you are doing jobs, you're contacting specialties, you're booking MDT meetings. If you're not emailing, you're trying to get through to them to call. You'll spend a lot of time on switchboard trying to get through to different specialties to come and review patients. Induction app basically has all the numbers. Pretty much, some of them might not be up to date, but it's 9 out of 10 times it's worked for me. So I would definitely recommend it. And you can switch between hospitals as well. So if you are, let's say, doing your on-calls at a different hospital, you just have to switch to that hospital and get all the numbers, and it just saves a lot of time. The last app is MD Calc. So this is basically a reference for all your medical calculations. You're talking Wells score, you're talking your Glasgow Blatchford scores, you're talking, what else can I think of? Like basically all the scores that you need in determining your clinical practice. CHADVASC, HASBLED, everything in there, corrected QTC, like it's got it all, and it also lists that with the evidence base as well. So I found it very useful. A bit of bonus information for you, NICE guidelines, which is ultimately what we practice with. So if you go to the website, you can find all the NICE guidelines, which is the National Institute of Clinical Excellence in the UK here, to show you what the recommended treatment and management for all different conditions are. The CKS Clinical Knowledge Summaries is exactly what it says. It's a summary of all these NICE guidelines, and it's a very useful quick reference tool. The NICE app, I don't know if they have one now, but when I was in FY1, they did have one and it was quite clunky, so you're just best off going to the website, but hopefully they're working on something that's a bit more accessible. Lastly, and importantly, always check your trust guidelines. Every trust is different. So I remember working in a trust where for the VT prophylaxis we use deltaparin, and then I've worked in a different trust which they use enoxaparin. So always check what your trust uses, because you don't want to prescribe a medication that isn't available in your trust, and ultimately we're all advised to use the trust guidelines. I hope this has been a little bit useful. Go smash it, guys. Enjoy doctoring. Bye.